That's how we kind of start the mix.
I finished. Hello, 大家好. We are Mixing Breakdown Room. I'm Claudia.
And I'm JBP.
Today, this is our first video and we will talk about the things we do in every single mix.
But before we get started, we have a gift for you as a thank you for watching our very first video. If you want to learn how to mix vocals better, we have a 4-step vocal mixing guide that you can download in the description below. It will help you skip the BS and focus on what really makes a vocal sound good. So today's video, we're talking about things we do every single mix. Like every mix has different tracks, different genre, different singer, different treatment, but are there things that you do every single mix? What do you do when you first get the files or someone asks you to mix a song?
How much? Jokes.
Man's gotta eat, you know?
No, I have to say, like, it's actually better to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's the budget, it can be a touchy topic, and then so like, you just talk about it and you just get it out of the way.
Yes, especially if you are in the middle of the project and you bring up like, hey, like how much money, and then you've already done the work, you can't actually negotiate anything.
Exactly, yes.
And it gets in the way of being creative when you have to suddenly discuss a touchy subject, like logistical stuff. So like, when's the deadline, when they expect the first mix to be done, when they're gonna give me the files so I can kind of like leave time for mixing the song. How do you like to receive your tracks? Do you have any things like specific that you like?
Well, I mean, all this time I've been mixing, everyone's been sending the correct files to me,
Okay,
so
nice.
I never really asked.
But have you never been asked, like, how should I send you files?
Maybe some people would ask, like, should I keep effects or not? Like,
okay.
Yeah, what do you do? Do you keep the effects and stuff?
I guess she works with pros and I work with... So I normally ask for all the music with the plugins that they have on, including reverbs and delays. Like I want to hear exactly what they last heard. But then vocals, I'll ask for them dry. Unless they have some specific reverb, delay, distortion, like some sort of effect. So we got all the files. Do you just start mixing or?
Reference track, super important.
Yes.
I have to say, I think this is like probably the most important because music is really hard to describe with words.
Sometimes even if you're like, oh, I want the 80s sound, different people might have different pictures of that sound.
Yeah.
So sending something that everyone can hear puts everyone on the same page immediately. Yeah. So you got all the files, You've got all the logistics out of the way, you got the reference tracks and everything. What do you do next? Do you just start mixing or?
After mix prepping and color coding your beautiful
rough balance,
colors.
and then I start cleaning things up. Like whatever doesn't need sub, that can go, you know, just clean up the mix before I start adding like additive stuff. Yeah, I subtract before I add.
I think it's a good quote, like, if you get it, you get it.
Quote!
I actually start with what I call a tree trunk in my sense. So I want to get a really solid foundation and build the things around this foundation. And this foundation includes the drums, bass, and vocals. And if there's backing vocals, it's a part of it. So I just get the drum bass relationship really good and then I unmute the vocals and I do that as well, and then I unmute the BBs and all 4 of them like really nice. That's when I start to only clean up other tracks other than the tree trunk. You and I have quite different workflows, but we both have our own little style that will end up, you know, kind of doing great mixes.
All right, that's how we kind of start the mix.
I finished.
No, I was gonna ask something new.
Oh, sorry.
Normally, in most songs, the lead vocal is the main character. Every time there's a lead vocal, I'm making sure that the other instruments are not getting in the way of the lead vocal. Making space, like EQ.
What's your go-to EQ? 3, 2, 1.
Pro Q3.
Same. There's a trick that I always do in every single mix. Sidechain my vocals to the music track, like a music aux. It's everything that is not vocals, drum, and bass. Sidechain a lead vocal into a plugin called Track Spacer, which is kind of like a sidechain. It's magic. It's kind of like a multi-band or like
EQ.
Dynamic EQ.
Yeah, dynamic EQ.
So that every time the vocal sings, it's like carving a little bit of space. And then the percentage is like quite low. So like just, you know, just.
So you're not relying on it.
Yeah, kind of in the topic of you saying making space for vocals, that is what I do every single time.
I even have some cuts in like I use mid side and then just notch the mid on the all music bus to make space for the lead vocal.
Yeah, because lead vocals is always in the middle and it's always mono. I would always sidechain the kick drum to the bass.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I always do.
They end up being more punchy even though one is being ducked. Yeah, definitely. I have it in my notes, like manage low end.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah, think about that every mix. Also EQing effects.
Oh, yeah.
So like
for
your
sure.
reverb delays. You don't want the effects to muddy the lead vocal.
Yeah.
But you still want the reverb and delay to surround it. So EQing it, make sure that doesn't happen. Parallel compression.
Oh, yes. Totally forgot.
Do you use it on everything or like specific things?
Oh, always on vocals.
Yeah, same.
Vocals definitely, and sometimes bass or even drums.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, same.
Oh, tell me. Why do you do it though?
Maybe because they're part of the tree trunk. Like they are
Hey, tree trunk. Tree trunk is mine. Why is stealing my tree trunk? For my reason is I need them to be really big, really upfront. The thing that stands out, especially vocals.
Like it's just always there.
Yeah, basically. So that's my reason for.
Try it if you never use parallel compression. Okay, so we talked about how you start the mix, the things you do during the mix. How do you wrap up the mix? Is there something you do every time or?
Make it loud AF. Pretty much my mix bus for like the last bit, you know, like the all mixed down bus.
Yeah.
I basically have the same system. It's always multi-band compression to get all the peaks, a compressor, an EQ, some sort of like saturation, clipper or whatever, ozone, like imager, and then a maximizer. That's gonna be like the first limiter, but a 1-to-1 ratio so that I'm catching more peaks. And then the last one is the limiter, the one that would make the track loud.
And then some sort of clipping, some sort of saturation.
You tell me
has the
again.
No, I use a widener. You didn't say this.
Hey, I said imager.
Oh, sorry. Do the same thing. Hey, you copied me for the 2 limiters. Where did you learn that from?
Wait, you can explain why you need 2 limiters.
Rather than rely on 1 limiter to catch all the peaks, do all the gain reduction, sometimes that causes distortion.
Yeah.
From too much limiting. So in order to achieve a loud mix but not have the distortion, you can have multiple limiters sharing the gain reduction workload.
This is pretty much a topic that can be a whole video. And, you know, we kind of want to do a video on just loudness because there's been a lot of questions that asked us about it, like how to make a loud mix, you know, and stuff. So do stay tuned because that's going to be something that we're going to talk about. And
lots of things coming. Do you do anything else?
Bounce, send it to client, and sleep.
Okay. Do you have a system of like checking the mixes before you send it, or do you kind of just trust one pair of speakers?
Okay, I have to say I haven't been so good at like checking translation
Oh shit,
because
yeah, me too.
because I just kind of like I know. I have to say I have an experience of like, you know, not checking, and then apparently like the bass was insane, and it was so insane that the producer, when he played it at his home. Oh my gosh, like I must be so fatigued because like, you know, hey, you know what I do every single mix?
Take breaks.
Take breaks. Ear fatigue is real, like hearing fatigue. I don't do it every single mix. I want to encourage myself to do it every single mix.
Yeah,
Maybe
me too.
after this video, I will be encouraged to do it every single mix. Because, you know, checking on phone is so important. People just listen to the mix or like check out the song for the first time on their phone.
The speakers you mix on, some sort of earphones and phone speaker. Like those are the 2 things people listen to music on the most, I think. So these are the things that we really do every single mix, regardless genre. This is like really the things that maybe you want to incorporate into your mixing. Wait, am I rapping? So that's pretty interesting. So it seems like we do some things that are similar, but we also have things that are different. If you found any of these things useful, feel free to incorporate them into your workflow.
Yeah, so don't forget that we have a free 4-step vocal mixing guide in the description box below. Please download that because it's gonna really help you with your vocal mixing. We just hope to give more mixing content every single week and hopefully can improve your mixes.
So if you've enjoyed this video, remember to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for weekly mixing videos. See you in the next one.
Bye.